Hello everyone, and welcome to another instalment of Loose Warhammer with him, the Chieftain, and me, the Loremaster, clearly doing most of the talking right now. We haven't got any guests today.
It's just us.
It's just a fire.
Do you know what, man? Let's give ourselves a round of applause.
Let's do it, yeah. Oh, that was nice, wasn't it? Made me feel better about my day.
And do you know what? I'm going to put in the applause as well.
Yeah, you do it. You do that
I'm
for
going to
us.
put in the applause as well for everyone.
So yeah, welcome back to another month of chat, some hobby. I'm
trying to figure out the reason to go on with painting.
Yeah, this Blood Bowl player, because I may be about to draft him for the rest of the season until he gets a skill and gets picked up by the major leagues.
Gets picked up by the big leagues.
Now, when I started painting this Blood Bowl team, I thought,
it'd be easy, it'd be fine.
there's only like 7-8 of them, so I'll go mad on the blending on the armour and stuff. We need to take some photos of the Blood Bowl teams actually, stick them up on the social media.
That's just another reason to get your models on the social media.
Yeah,
Somebody
yeah, just so that I feel like I did this for a reason. Because I really wish I'd not gone this hardcore, because they take ages to paint.
Yeah, well, you did that while I'm going to slather my models in a pink contrast.
In a pink contrast. You go for it, mate.
So yeah, you're painting a Blood Bowl. I've got 22 pink horrors in this lovely box.
That's right, guys. Get ready for the
primo meta beaters.
Yeah, what am I going to call it? The Zench Supremacy? Should we call it that?
Supremacy?
Let's not call it that.
Yeah.
I'm going to be gutted when I lose on camera today.
Yeah, well, you'll be seeing. Well, hopefully these pink horrors will be painted in time for
a battle report.
For a battle report coming up in a town near you.
Are we taking battle reports on the road?
Yeah, go on then.
Do I not know about this?
Antique battle reports.
I
know the image of your Volvo driving down that country lane and your Volvo driving down that country lane at the beginning of that
that's other antiquity valuing television shows are available. Some of them even star Scott.
Are they available? Is there any others?
The Duke?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Maybe, I don't know.
Well, I've gone with it now. We're where we are.
Yeah, coming to a town near you.
We are going to a wargaming show though. At the
XL Centre, I want to say.
No, it's not the XL.
Is it not the XL?
Is it the XL?
Scott's usually is correct on these sort of things.
Yes. So Scott and John are going to the Selwig wargaming show.
Mm-hmm. Which may or may not be in the XL Centre.
Really sorry, we'll put that in the description.
Google Selwig wargaming show and you'll find out exactly where it's going to be.
That's a good idea. Quick, whilst we can, with the power of Google.
I'll send the people at home to Google it.
Yeah, no, but you had a good choice. You had a good point there.
And I'll entertain the folks with one of my witty anecdotes.
South East London Wargaming Club are having their 2023 show on the 15th of October at the still going strong at the Athletics Centre, Lee Valley Athletics Centre. That is. It will include a bring and buy, and we will have a table there, and it is in Edmonton. There you go.
So not the XL.
Not the XL, as I suspected it was. In fact, not.
I'm thinking of Salute Armour.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, in a very real sense, you're thinking of Salute. Scott and John are going to be attending that.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go down and see them, those crazy cats there. But I think we're going to generally have lots of dice and things for sale, but also we'll be
we're running sort of practice.
Running a bit of a practice demo as well.
Not a practice game. So if you're in for a demo game of a game that's been dead for 10 years at this point?
Whoa. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people just want to get into it / get back into it. There's a guy I know that's just bought Bretonnian Army. He's never played it before in his life. How dare you?
How much you spend on the Bretonnian Army?
He got it in a charity shop, spent 100 quid on it. I actually felt a little bit sick when he told me.
Or was it like a full 2,500 points?
No, but it was 5 Grail Knights, 5 Questing Knights, 3 Pegasus Knights, the Fey Enchantress, another woman on a horse, damsel, some peasants on foot, and then 2 units of 8 Knights. And a metal trebuchet, unpainted.
For £100?
100 quid in a figure case.
He's had
an absolute touch, and yeah. So I felt quite sick when he told me that story.
Well, James, is this worth anything? I'll give you 150 quid for it.
Randomly, there was some Demigryph Knights in there as well.
Maybe they were looking to convert up some Hippogriff.
But the pain there for him is that the pain there for me is that he could probably sell those to put those Knights and like half the cost of his purchase. I think there was 6 of them in there.
But Demigryph Knights aren't available anymore, are they?
They are.
Oh, they still
no. Oh, maybe they're not actually now.
Will they still be available?
Oh, I don't know if they are anymore. You know, a lot of stuff went, didn't it, recently?
With old Cities of Sigmar.
I feel like they are still available, but yeah, if they're not, there's even more of a touch, isn't it? That's a really good point. I've got 9, so I don't need any more. But
you need 18.
No, you don't need 18. Right?
I'm telling you, it's the way to do it.
9 is sufficient.
You want to have fun with it.
I've never used more than 8 in a game, ever.
Weak sauce. Like, it's just like people coming to me, I've never used more than 3 Razorgore in an army of beasts. I'm like, you're weak.
You're weak, that's it, just you're weak.
You haven't got the strength to do what is necessary.
Yeah, the courage in your convictions.
Your lack of faith disturbs me.
Oh, we're probably the worst two to have on this.
Yeah, probably.
Because we just sit here and chat absolute nonsense. I love it. There's no levelling influence of Scott, which is a huge problem.
No. Have you also ever realised that some of the arms on these pink horrors are absolutely wow?
Yeah, I know. They are strength 3. If they are strength 3, then I am strength 3.
No,
then I'm strength 2.
That arm there, that's what happens when you're on a 6 for the locus of transmogrification.
Yeah, I know, they're absolutely cut, mate, the pink horrors.
I'm not gonna lie, they've got...
I do think they're dirty bulking, though. I hear
they're dirty bulking.
I hear that's an internet term for getting
I mean, that's why...
swole, I think the kids say.
That's what I tell my brother when he goes to me. So you're looking a bit round the old gutting, mate. I'm like, this is just bulking season. Been bulking season for about 10 years.
Bulking season. Oh. So
no, beyond that, so yeah, pink horror is absolutely jacked.
They are huge. But I do like how quite a lot of figures have that aesthetic going on when I look at them, and I'm thinking, you are only strength 3.
You mean the aesthetic of the BSB that Scott gave you?
Look at the orcs, mate. The orcs are a great example of this.
Yeah, the orcs
are absolutely huge, mate. They look like they've just been lifting rocks for days, and
strength 3.
And they're strength 3.
It's the Chaos Marauders. They have that same sort of thing. They're absolutely jacked.
Yeah, they are huge.
But yeah, they're just strength 3.
Just makes me feel good to know that your brother would be strength 3 in Warhammer.
What'd that make us?
I like to think strength 3 because we're humans.
I don't think that's how it works. So.
Well, I do, because look at a Marauder and then look at a Halberdier, and they're the same strength. And a Marauder looks like your brother, and I look like a slightly fat Halberdier.
Look at your brother. He looks like a Marauder. Look at us. We look like the we look like the Halberdiers.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not even Halberdiers, mate. I want to say we look like spearmen.
Oh no, come on now. Do us a favour. We can at least pick a decent weapon.
Nope.
No, I disagree. I think we've got enough Warhammer knowledge to know that the halberd is the apex empire choice. I don't think we're that stupid.
The flail might be the choice.
What, for empire?
Yeah.
No.
Strength 5?
No.
Get yourself Warrior Priest, become unbreakable, then you got a winning combination.
How'd you become unbreakable?
You become a flagellant.
Oh, so you're being a flagellant now. I don't think you've got the courage for that. Or you've got the mental state, maybe.
Courage, Jackson.
Courage for our friends. So yeah, very much geeking out there on Lord of the Rings. I did actually go and watch Return of the King Extended Edition in 4K at the cinema, because it was back at the cinema, but there was only one showing, so obviously I immediately got tickets.
And for those who are watching this in the future, this would have been on the 30th of September.
Yeah, the end of September 2023, but it was back in at my local cinema house, my local picture house, moving pictures, if you will, and it was great. I had a really great time, thanks. So, loved it.
I mean, you rang me on that same day, so I went to cinema to watch Return of the King. I'm like,
Yeah. But I remember seeing it in the cinemas the first time round, and I watched it 3 times then, but it wasn't the extended cut. And, yeah, it's just awesome to have, like, the full whack on the big screen. It is my favourite movie of all time, so I know it's Warhammer adjacent, I like to think. But
it's only Warhammer adjacent purely because the same company makes a game for it as well.
no, I disagree because so much of the Warhammer background is based on Tolkien.
Yeah, there's a lot
Like
of things
particularly
based on
the early
Tolkien.
stuff. Yeah, I mean, you've only got to look at stuff like an Aryan is the first high elf and the sort of great leader that throws back chaos, and an Aryan is one of Elendil's. Is it Elendil's son?
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's that whole kind of narrative of him dying fighting Sauron.
I do like the fact that in
Or fighting Sauron's armies.
carrying on with the adjacency here, I do like the fact that in Lord of the Rings, if you do play the last lines, Elendil and Isildur have are all saying, if an Aryan's in your army, I'm like, who's an Aryan?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Because they definitely need to get them in the game,
Yes.
in the game at some point.
But anyway, should we still go back to Warhammer? 'Cause I can't remember what we were talking
we
about.
just went a little bit adjacent to Warhammer. We were just saying that there's a lot of kind of crossover and influence from Warhammer in
Yeah.
from Lord of the Rings in Warhammer. That's what I think makes Lisbon and Skaven so cool, is that they feel really uniquely Warhammer. As factions, there's not an obvious kind of crossover point with those other fantasy franchises, if you will. So
Not straight off the bat, no.
No, not really at all. I'm just putting the first layer of this colour down over the black, which means in a minute I'll go and put a second layer down. And I'm sure there's going to be Michael Duff screaming, why are you not thinning your paint? And the answer, Michael, is because I don't care. Because I'm not as good as you, Michael, so there's no point in me pretending to be as good as you by thinning my paint and still doing a substandard job. So there, I said it. Okay? But this is why I'm not Duncan Rhodes. Or Michael Duff.
You just don't use enough contrast.
I think Michael Duff might actually strike you if you say that.
He can try.
I think he'll succeed. So, but yeah, hobby-wise, other than these pink horrors, where have you been at?
No, more Zinch.
Have you been doing loads of Zinch then?
I've got 9 Screamers of Zinch done. I've got 3 Flamers of Zinch done. And they were done in the space of 2 days.
Oh, well, that's the power of contrast right there.
That is a very contrast. So I got those done.
I'm making a mess of this, just so you know.
Good time. Other hobby-wise, it's been a good month for buying. Let's put it out there. It's been a good month for buying.
Gosh.
A very good month for buying. I have been on a bit of a rampage in terms of
Rampage!
in terms of out of production models and specifically Forge World models at this point in time. Because on the weekend of the narrative campaign, what was it called again?
Arabia Blaze.
Arabia Blaze, I call it the Burning of Araby for whatever reason. I managed to pick up a Incarnate Elemental of Beasts.
I cannot wait till that gets painted in about 18 months' time and we can get it on the channel.
I mean, painted by you.
By me, yeah, okay.
So I managed
Is
to
that
pick
one
up...
you're hoping not to paint then?
Maybe.
You are aware I have almost no time to paint my own figures.
Oh, well, then good. You got no time to paint my figure as well then.
Yeah, that's about right.
So I managed to pick it up, and I must admit, I usually see the Incarnates on eBay for, let's say...
Other online auction sites are available.
They are, but this is the one
just because we're even equal opportunities here.
I usually see them on the auction websites for, say, £150, £200.
Yeah, they are normally very expensive.
I managed to get mine for 75 squidderoonies.
That's really good.
Yeah, I managed to get mine for my Incarnate for £75.
Not only is he good, he's a great model, and he's got good rules.
He does have good rules. He was fully unbuilt and unpainted.
That's wild to me that you got it for that money.
Yeah.
It's not even been like touched.
In bag,
In bag.
painted up, or not painted, I haven't painted up. Built up now. There were. I had to green stuff some of the few gaps because being Forge World, there were some imperfections.
That's
in
a
the
shame
size
because
of it.
Forge World have, in the main, I'd say Forge World have got really, really good. It's a shame as well now because their customer service has been off the chart the last few times I've used them.
Yeah.
Where like when I have had an issue, I speak to them and they are absolutely on it, and it's out in days, which is incredible.
But yeah, so I managed to pick that one up, and then lo and behold, not even a week later, I think it was probably about 2 weeks later. I say not even a week.
No, I think it was about a week later because it was last weekend. I
It was
think
last
we were
weekend.
discussing it. So
And lo and behold, I get another notification from John of all people saying, Max, have a look at this one, and it was a Rogue Idol of Gork or possibly Mork.
Possibly Mork. Yeah, we're not sure exactly.
And that was on eBay as well, and that was on bid. Whereas the previous one was a offer which I managed to get for £75. This one was on bid, and the starting bid was about 30 quid.
It was low, wasn't it?
It was low, and we was all going, oh, that'll skyrocket because it's £30. There's about 28 watches on this thing. That'll go through the roof. So I put a bid in, like for an hour left for it. I put a bid in for 40 quid. I was thinking, oh, this won't last. So I've kept increasing my maximum bid. And then, for whatever reason, it came around to it. 10 seconds left. Oh, yeah, you want this thing for 40 quid? I'm like, hang on.
Well, the real humour was that I didn't think Max was that into it because it went into like a group chat of us, like a sort of Triple Crown group chat where we sort of generally remind each other of things we should be doing, and I really want one, so I sort of eyed it up. When Max hadn't shown a lot of interest, I dropped in about 10 minutes before it finished, saying, I'm going to have a whack on that. I really want to get one of those. I reckon I could paint it up nice and quick. Famous last words. And get it ready to go. And Max said, well, don't do that because I've already bid on it. So we almost had a Triple Crown bidding war. So sorry if that was your rogue idol for us communicating, because you could have got a lot more money out of almost certainly Max.
Yeah, James did ring me later on this evening saying, I really wanted that one. I'm like, well, you can still pay it if you want, mate.
Yeah, it's alright. You can still do all the rubbish part. Do the work on it.
Well, I say this as well, like, at the end of the day, all of our collections at this point, they're not really our collections. They are...
Don't let Scotty say that about his Britannia.
They are the group's collections.
That'd be fire, mate. That pistol's at dawn, that is. He is, you say that about the Bretts.
They are the group's collections.
I mean, I like that sound, but he's not going
to. So the Rogue Idol is there for everyone to use.
So I might get it off Max at some point and try and paint it up. It's on a long list of things to paint for me.
I did have to disassemble it though, because it was in a bit of a sorry state when it came around to me. So I had to take off the arms and the legs and scrape a load of green stuff out of the joints where it connects to the model and everything like that.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it was a bit of a shame, but
Get it sorted though.
I got it all cleaned up. It should now all connect down to it. It was on an oval base. It was on an Imperial Knight base.
Oh, okay.
So I had to tear it off that thing, and there was a lot of green stuff in that base, so I had to scrape off the feet.
Never mind.
But that will now go on to... It's a Terrorgeist base, isn't it? Sorry, not a Terrorgeist base.
Yeah, a Ragnarok base, yeah. Spider base, big base.
The biggest base you can get.
Yeah.
What I also didn't realise is that Incarnate Elemental Beast is also on an Arachnarok base.
Yeah, on a big base, yeah.
Because when I was proxying using them last time, I put them on a Chariot base.
Yeah, you did, yeah. And
no one corrected me.
Well, I didn't know they were on that base, so...
So yeah, so I've had a bit of a steal in terms of the model buying.
Yeah, that's good stuff actually there.
But yeah, in terms of actual painting, all I've been doing is Inkchy stuff because we want to get the Zinch meta rolling.
Yeah, I've really not got much going on. I've got a little bit of Tomb King action that I'm hoping to get on the channel soon, which will get painted next week or so, hopefully.
Maybe a flying 4-horse chariot.
Maybe a flying 4-horse chariot might be involved at some point, but the guy on the back is the bigger concern.
Oh, at least you don't have to paint the flying 4-horse.
No, I don't, because I use that chariot for everything. Because I made it so you can put dudes on and off of it.
Last time he appeared, you saw the Tomb King running the opposite direction towards the Chaos Army.
Yes. Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, sorry, that wasn't the last time because you used the unit chariots, didn't you? With him in it, with Tomb King in it.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
And that was against Bretonnians, full face, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. Oh, don't even remind me of that.
That fantastic game.
Abomination. But he's available on YouTube and our website, so make that really well. Bretonnians versus Tomb Kings was actually a very good game of Warhammer.
But then, talking about metas, we also did have Scott talking about the double Coven Front meta. What was it?
I'm sorry, mate, what double Coven Front meta?
It was 2 weeks ago at this point. 2 weeks ago, we hosted the Arabia Blaze, as we just discussed. And I feel like it went decently.
Yeah, I mean, feedback's been really good. People seem to enjoy it, which is nice. Very different style for us, because you couldn't use any common magic items this time.
No, but I think everyone sort of played in the spirit of it and just didn't try to break a lot of stuff with it.
Yeah, I think people really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I was a bit concerned that we might get a bit of a kind of negative feeling on it, that people might kind of think, oh, well, I can't use my normal stuff, so I'm not going to go.
Don't get me wrong, there were some sort of abject out there winners in terms of what item was best. You had the Daggers and Malice were a very common pick.
Only on really tough characters though.
Yeah.
Didn't see them on any elves or any humans. Saw them on some vampires and some demon princes.
Vampires, Demon Prince is the big one. The Demon Prince you had to take for Warriors of Chaos or Demons of Chaos.
Yeah, well, I mean, Warriors of Chaos couldn't take it, could they? Because they only get 25-point magic item.
Oh, it was a 35-point magic item, wasn't
Yeah, Demon's Chaos could though, which is where you saw it, because they took the demon to have the
list.
The Legion list, yeah.
The one character I think is the best on that no one decided to say because they couldn't see it, they couldn't see the way, was Beastman. And on a Doom Ball.
Yeah, I thought it was really good on the Doom Ball. We saw that, we played some practice games, didn't we, me and you?
And I used the Doom Ball with Dagger's Malice, and he was a machine.
Yeah, he did wreck a lot of faces, mainly mine. Why is this colour just looking at me like I'm losing the plot?
Because you're losing the plot, you're talking to colours?
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, so we had Arabia Blaze.
Point.
We had Arabia Blaze 2 weeks ago, and yeah, it went really well. We won't say who won the campaign. Oh, to be honest, have we put the pictures of who won the campaign yet?
Oh, I don't know. That's normally Scott's thing. It'll be a few weeks ago as well, because this will go out later. So I think we'll just let the socials do the talking, so we don't get that.
Yeah, head over to Instagram where there may or may not be pictures of whoever won the campaign, but overall it went really well. We all had fun. Everyone enjoyed 8th Ball.
Fantastic armies as well.
Fantastic armies, really nicely painted armies out there. I can't try to remember who won best painted. Oh no, I remember who won best painted. Yeah, now I can now remember.
It's going to be me dropping these figures, is it?
Yeah, well. And
yeah, well.
your boys, me, James, and John, we technically won 8th Ball.
Yep. Because we didn't see this one at all. So
we had not seen. There was many accusations that we've just seen the answer, but we didn't.
Didn't see the answers.
They'd never seen the answers. Hadn't even seen the questions.
We try not to speak to each other.
As much as possible, we try not to talk to each other. But yeah, so we hadn't seen the questions. So me, James, and John, we all got involved in it. Very good fun.
I had a great time.
Me and James may have jumped around the shout when we said we had the highest score.
I mean, it was close.
It was close, I think. So taking us out of the equation, because we didn't win. We're not allowed to win.
I mean, we're just playing for pride, really.
We're just playing for pride, making sure that people are correct. But yeah, in terms of the score for 8th Ball, I think the winning team got 139 out of 200.
Blows my mind that you can remember it.
We got 143.
Yeah, we got into.
But I believe the actual team that won it got 139.
I know we got into the 140s, but I don't know the exact.
Yeah. But what was crazy was I can't remember your name off the top of my head. The chap that knew 6 out of 8 special choice of Wood Elves unit champion names.
Yeah, that was wild. I didn't get. Did we get one?
We got none. We got none of them.
Didn't get any.
Yeah, so we were sitting there thinking, this is my word. This is difficult. And then someone piped up and came in with the answers. 6 out of 8. Special unit choices for the Wood Elves and their unit champion names.
Yeah, unit champions of the special choices in the Wood Elf book. See how many you can name, because we couldn't. We got
none.
Very low mileage out of that. And Scott was looking at me saying,
well, you should know
you use them. You should know them. I'm like, no, I don't. I pay 10 points and take a champion.
And then whenever we say on our videos that we've got champions, we go, and the unit's got full command.
Yeah, or it's got a champion.
It's got a champion.
Just champion on this one.
Just champion.
Classic.
If it's not Beastman, I won't know the names.
No, that is also very, very accurate.
Because for whatever reason, I want the names of the Beastman unit champions.
Yeah, you spent too much time reading the Beastman Army.
I'll
tell you what was an absolute shocker, and I'm going to call him out as well, because it blew my mind, was the High Elf extraordinaire, if you will, that is Mark Finlay, of Splitfire Gaming fame, I will say, didn't know the 8 magic items that Tyrion and Teclis carry between them.
No, he did not.
Didn't know them. That was the thing. So we had one before where he named all of the Phoenix Kings in order
and how they died,
but couldn't tell me the 8 magic items that Tyrion and Teclis use. So that is still keeping me awake at night.
I can't believe you've called him out as well.
I think that is absolutely reasonable to call him out on, because I think a lot of people could do that. People that wouldn't describe themselves as high elf aficionados, you could do it. You got most of them before I'd even come over.
Yes, I had dinner, because, I spend too much time reading army books as it is.
Well, apparently you do. But apparently Mark Finlay doesn't read the items enough.
Yeah, well, neither did a lot of people. A lot of people got the star. Was it the star for the layoff, but not the moon star for the layoff?
Yeah, and we're not. I think Scott was absolutely right not to accept that, because it's not the name of the item.
Nope.
Don't call it an Empire Fang sword, do we? It's a Rune Fang.
Empire Fang sword.
Yeah. Got the Fang Sword of Elfarion. That's another magic
Oh,
item.
so that's the
The Fang Sword of Elfarion is another magic item that Mark Finlay probably doesn't know.
Just going to continue calling the man out. Just going to continue to call him out.
I thought that was funny, so I went with it. But in other exciting news, very exciting news,
And in terms of events as well.
segue us over, there is an event that is going to be happening in Canada.
Ooh,
The Square Hammer GT, across the Atlantic.
Across the pond.
Yeah.
Hop, skip and a jump.
End of this month, end of November, sorry.
Yep.
24th, is it?
You have it loaded
I
up on your
do,
phone.
but I bet you it's going to have gone. Yeah, it's gone. That's really annoying. So, let me see if I can.
If you can find it quickly, you got to search for it. Yeah, but there is an event going on in Canada, I want to say Ottawa.
Oh, you might be right.
I want to say Ottawa, near Niagara Falls, I believe.
Do you know this stuff?
I only know this stuff because of where it's being held, and it's one of the places they keep advertising when you go to view it.
It's wild to me that you would know this. No.
You have to hurry up, because I'm running out of segues.
You're running out of things
I'm running out of segue options and
get
my
us
knowledge
through.
of Canadian geography.
Yeah. So but the thing that's really exciting is it's at the mini wargaming bunker.
It is, yes.
So they're going to be using and why am I talking about it? Because they're going to be using the Triple Crown Wargaming Grand Tournament pack.
They are. We are.
So it's Val Helfinger, I believe, is Hefelinger. Sorry, Val Hefelinger, not Helfinger. I don't know where I got that from.
Hellfinger.
And it is the square-based GT at the mini wargaming bunker. There you go. And if you're watching, Val, I'm just going to apologise because you messaged me on Facebook quite a lot, and unfortunately I am woefully slow at replying, and so sometimes stuff waits for like half a week, and it's not your fault.
He doesn't even reply to us.
Very much fine. What usually happens is I get lots of them from the guys, and then they end up ringing me because I haven't answered. So.
No, what happens is you usually end up...
You text me.
You end up ringing
or
us.
I'll ring you and say what's going on because I've missed it all. Am I required? So apologies for my slow response. I will always get back to you though, but you are absolutely legitimate in your frustration at how slow I am at responding on to messages, particularly on social media based platforms.
Yes, Val is hosting it in... Am I right in saying it's in Ottawa? Have you lost it again?
I didn't really have it this time, if I'm being honest with you. So I just found it from... Yeah, I just found Val rather than finding the actual event because my phone.
We are this one is incredible. We are incredibly organised. This is not a car crash.
I looked this up twice, right, and it's not my fault. My phone keeps getting rid of it, right? No. This is why I don't answer. I'm sorry. Look at the stress that this is causing me. Right. Okay. It is the 25th and 26th of November. It is in fact in Welland, Ontario, Canada.
Not Ottawa.
Not Ottawa, Ontario.
I think they're still near the Niagara Falls because that's where the Mini Wargaming Studios is near Niagara Falls.
Right, so you've heard it from us messily, but it is on the Old Bell Facebook group. It is I think approaching sold out or already sold out, which is awesome, and it's going to be really exciting to get some feedback on our comp from the other side of the world and a slightly sort of different take on the meta.
I don't know what the meta is in Canada for fantasy.
I really don't either.
If you are attending this event, or Val, if you're watching as well, can you tell us what the usual meta is?
Or what you're expecting to see?
Or what you're expecting to see from your event? Because it's really cool to see how things change up, because over here at the moment meta is either monsters or Artillery Hill.
Artillery Hill has made a huge resurgence second half of this year because of
monsters.
Because of the prevalence of monsters, really. We're going with that. It's not my best work on the armour, but we're just going to live with it.
But yeah, so they are doing that, and it's really cool because from what I've seen, like the Mini Wargaming Studios, they are impressive. If you watched videos or anything like that, have you watched?
I have, yeah. I've obviously not been to the studio itself, but I'd be really excited to see what it's like.
So it'd be really cool to see how it go from there. And just like getting some feedback what the people think of our compact. Yeah,
but and again, Val, thanks for giving it a go and seeing what it's like out
Thank you for offering to put us up as well.
Yeah, that was really nice. I genuinely, the Duke was looking at whether he could do it. I can't because it doesn't line up with my work, unfortunately, at this time of year. But
I mean, what a journey that would be just to go play some Warhammer and just go.
That's the one, though, isn't it? What a story.
Do you reckon if we went, we'd have can we get the dry ice machines and walk out like.
What, to Back in Black?
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Other Australian rock bands are available. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure they're Australian.
You would know.
I should know.
And now we're back to square one because we are gonna have to try and come with a conversation now.
Not at all. No, it's that's super cool. Obviously, we're also in the process at the minute of working on next year's pack, which we've done quite a bit of work on.
I do like the fact that you guys were talking about this while I was walking around and watching Tomb Kings versus Warriors of Chaos game at the last day of Araby.
Well, it's not actually as often as people might think that the four of us get a chance to get together.
No.
So it was a good chance to sort of chat it through, but we ran everything by you. So, and to be fair, you'd said some stuff like before that you felt needed looking at. So that was really where I started when we sort of initiated that conversation. Was these are the things that Max thinks.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because this may be the last 8th edition compact.
I wouldn't even like to call it anymore. There's so many times that I think people have convinced themselves, and me included, to be fair, convinced myself that it's coming, that something new's coming, and it hasn't. So could be next week, could be next year, could be 2 years, couldn't it? You just don't know.
No, let's hope it's not 2 years because it's been 3 years now. 4?
4 or 5, yeah, it's been a while. I never remember if it was 2018 or 2019.
I can't remember.
I
remember.
thought it was 2018.
I do remember seeing that post.
Said to me it's 2019.
I remember seeing that post when I was on the bus going to my one of my first jobs. So that would have been post 2017 or pre 2017.
So in a very real sense, it could have been
5-6 years ago.
it could have been 2018 or 2019. Lovely.
But yeah. So it's been a while, but we are looking at it, and we're keeping the idea that it's going to be 8th edition at this point.
Well, the pack's going to be 8th edition.
Pack's going to be 8th edition, but beyond that, we'll have to.
Beyond that, just see how things go when they go, or
when they
if they go. I mean, we just don't know when, if, how, why. There was some talk at the narrative for quite a few people that have convinced themselves that we are.
Part of the playtesting.
Part of the playtesting, part of the setup and the framework for it.
We would like to put it right now. We are not.
We would love to be, but we're not. So
we're just at this point in time. We're just two guys,
same as you, just fans.
Sitting here in a reasonably warm, reasonable temperatured room at this point in time.
It is reasonably temperatured for the time of year, isn't
it's
it?
quite
I
nice.
was just thinking that.
It's quite nice.
It's quite hot for the time of year, and I'm sitting here stressing over this armour.
I was saying that I was getting alluded to the fact that I wasn't, sweating.
Oh no, I'm quite warm, quite there.
You are wearing jeans, where I am wearing, the jorts.
The jorts.
The jorts.
Oh, you've got shorts on, right? Okay, yeah. Cause
Not just any shorts.
jean shorts.
Jean shorts.
Tell me you're a British tourist without telling me you're a British tourist. Tell me you've been planning your trip to Canada to play Warhammer without telling me.
You've been planning your trip to Canada to play Warhammer.
Oh, I love it.
So, yeah, so...
Not where I expected this to go.
What were we talking about?
Old World, we were talking about the fact that we're not important.
Yeah, we're not important. We're not important. We're just two guys sitting here, just trying to figure out what's going to happen.
Which is a good point, actually. I'm going to put out another video, I think.
Oh,
I haven't put one out for ages. I feel like it's been a while since I had a chat about Old World.
you do you.
Yeah, I'm going to.
You do you, boo.
I will, mate. Thanks.
Are you going to do it here or are you going to do it at home?
Maybe here.
Maybe here.
Maybe at home. I don't know.
Wherever,
See where the mood takes me.
wherever tickles your fancy.
I think it's just when I have time. Yeah, so when I'm not panicking.
Oh, so whenever you have time, so never then.
Cheers, mate. Thanks. Cheap shot. I mean, it's fair, but it's
It's true.
It's fair, but it's just.
Hold on, he's out of line, but he's got a point.
Yeah, that's exactly where you are right now. You're out of line, but you do have a point. So how am I going to do this? This looks awkward.
You painted one before, so I hope you would know how to do one.
I'm literally just looking at the one I've got there to work out exactly how I did it, but this is very awkward because this one goes through the beard.
We can swap if you want. I can paint your blitzer for you.
I feel like that would end badly. I feel like that would mean that I painted some pink horrors and then in an hour's time I had to start repainting this blitzer.
How dare you? My painting skills have gone a long way in the past.
They have. You've now mastered the art of dry brushing.
I would not say mastered, because if you saw some of dry brushing, it's heavy.
Heavy.
I believe it might be breached the term of over brushing.
Okay, so we're you've tried dry brushing.
I've tried dry brushing. I'm still trying it because people seem to, really fixate on my painting for whatever reason.
It's because it's not very good.
There are more important things in the world out there. Like, how do they pasteurise cheese?
What? And we're back to the cheese obsession, are we? Okay, interesting.
How do they do it?
Interesting.
How do they do it?
Well, you don't do it because it makes you sick. So I need to.
Did you watch that programme back in the day called How They Make It? But
Yep.
How's It Made?
Yep.
Who hosted that? I'm trying to remember.
Where are we?
I'm trying to remember who hosted that.
What is going on?
Sorry, watching. I remember them.
Which one is left?
I remember them doing a video on it, how they made hard-boiled sweets. That was really
Do you
interesting.
know what? When I was a kid, we are miles away now, aren't we? We went on a school trip when I was at a secondary school to a sweet factory in France, and they made hard-boiled sweets in front of us. So I've seen how they make them. Very interesting.
Last time I went to France, I got a severe viral infection.
Why would you feel the need to share that on a video?
Because we're talking about France trips.
Okay, thanks.
Yep.
Well, everyone at home now knows that you have a poor immune system. Wonderful.
Yeah, people know about my inability to consume
To consume
dairy
produce.
solid dairy produce. Liquid dairy produce is fine.
So hang on, can you eat a cheese sauce?
I don't know. Maybe.
That's where we are now for experiments.
This is Schrodinger's cheese.
I'm really sorry, I burped as we were laughing.
You did burp there.
Apologies if you picked up the burp on the camera.
I
very rude, I'm sorry.
I think they're more concerned about what we're absolutely babbling on about
where
right
we
now.
are, yeah, in terms of this. So I'm edge highlighting.
But how do they make rock? The sweet. The minty sweet.
Oh, I see stuff on social media about it all the time, and they like make a little video and they show you. I don't really understand it, but I like the process.
I like the fact that Scott did offer to come down today and tried to...
And I told him no.
No, we should be able to do this
don't do
fine.
that. We can handle this.
Yeah.
The respectable face of Triple Crown Wargaming.
Well, John.
John. Steady.
Easy now.
So I'm edge highlighting the plates on this in a minute. So this is quite rough blends, I'm not going to lie to you guys. But once you've edge highlighted the plates up and then you...
I bet you're trying to guide people how to do this now.
I'm just talking about it for a minute because I like it. I then glaze it back and that makes the rough blends quite a bit softer. So you get a much nicer finish, and so you're not killing yourself on the soft blends. But just as a thing there, I wouldn't pretend that I'm the world's greatest painter, but I'm okay, I get by. There are some painting awards around the studio based on that.
You say that, and it immediately brought to my attention the diorama you once put in Games Workshop Thurrock, which I think won the painting award, and then someone came up to you and said, it'd be nice when it's done.
No, it wasn't a diorama.
Was it not a diorama?
I did, like,
was it a Ranger Squad?
No, a guy came in and was asking about painting skin. And I was like, well, where are we talking? And he was like, oh, just want to keep it simple. I was like, well, you could do this, do that. It's nice and simple, looks quite effective. He looked at it and went, is it finished?
Ban.
Not as bad as I put the Mortis engine up at the start of Triple Crown Wargaming, and someone said it'd be good if it was properly painted, I think he said. Bit personal.
I was like...
I was sick when I painted that as well, because I'm really ill. And I pushed myself to get that done for the viewers. I think that's the only time I've ever used it as well. I actually think they're good.
Have you ever used one? You never used one on the channel.
I've used one on the channel.
When?
When I played Tim.
Oh, that's probably why I don't remember, because I wasn't here for that one.
No.
I think I was ill for that one.
You were sick, yeah. I think that went round with us at that point.
Yeah.
So.
I was sealed into my bedroom because my dad decided to put...
Oh yeah, he taped you inside, didn't
He
he?
decided to put a polythene door on my door frame.
Some straight up Resident Evil stuff going on. I loved it.
Oh god, that was a fun week. But yeah, so what were we talking about?
I was talking about the fact that I'm not an amazing painter, but there are some painting awards. And so I don't think all of my advice is bad, is what I was suggesting. From an artistic point of view, I do think that I'm quite lazy these days. There was a period where I was not lazy and I would spend like 2.5, 3 hours on every line infantryman.
There was a period in which you managed to paint up an entire dwarf Lord of the Rings army in one summer.
That was the lockdown, wasn't it?
That was lockdown.
Yeah, it wasn't even in the summer, it was in the space of like 6 weeks. It was great.
And he goes on about, I wish I painted something else now.
Do I?
And you always go, I wish I did some more, or rather did some Warhammer bits and pieces, like your actual fantasy dwarves.
Yeah, because my fantasy dwarves are a long way behind. But that Dwarf Lord of the Rings army that I painted was very cool. And in case anyone hasn't worked out, I'm quite a big Lord of the Rings fan. So the army's great. I want to paint a wall for that.
You did win a paint
That bad boy up there, that angled one. I know it's not technically Warhammer, but it's still an award that I won for painting figures, so I put it in.
Is it right next to the tape measure?
Yes, I think it is next to the tape measure. Yeah, it is. Yeah. London Legends tape measure. Oh, you're laughing. You didn't get one.
I didn't get one. No, I did not.
No, I would suggest you.
But you know what? I've got the best painting award you can ever get. I do have the best painting award you can ever get.
is that?
And it was
telling you your painting's better than Scott's?
And it was a proud father showing his kid around a Warhammer world while me and Scott are playing and saying, "Oh, your tyrants are pretty cool." Scott going, "Oh, what about my Horror Warriors? Yeah, they look alright." You can't beat that accolade. You can't beat it. The feeling of pride.
What, when his painting was put down in favour of yours?
Yes.
Firm.
Yes, it was fun. And you know what? This is just friendly banter between me and Scott. He might have taken it really personally.
I think that hit him. I do think that landed, that comment, shall we say.
Oh, God, that was funny. I really enjoyed that. So yeah, that I've got my own personal painting accolades. Scott can go out and win best painter of his Bretonians.
That he didn't paint.
I wasn't going to mention it.
I was. Andy painted those. They're beautiful. No offence to Scott. If he painted them, I'd be picking them up. But I'm not going to let him steal Andy's thunder. Not happening. I mean, you wouldn't, to be fair. It's actually you just stirring the pot. But whatever.
I'm not stirring any pot. What's wrong with painting accolades? You was bigging up your own ego. I was bigging up my ego. I'm trying to big up Scott's ego now.
Okay.
John's painting up some low-key FL hearts.
John painted some figures, yeah.
I know.
We're just roasting now. We're just.
I jest. John did paint up Loki FL art, and he does actually look really cool.
Yeah, he's going to get on soon, isn't he? The old Loki.
That's to get the old when he gets his pirates done.
Yeah, he lives in a pineapple under the sea.
Loki FL art. Other Nickelodeon animated shows, other kids shows are available.
Yeah, are they? I imagine so. Yeah.
Oh, they are.
Kids television's still a thing, right?
Yeah. Obviously not as good as it was back in our day. I say our day, my day and your day.
Yeah, which were quite different times.
It's separated by a good few years.
Yeah, I would suggest so.
That's not a good few years. It's only 6.
Is it only 6?
You're 33.
34.
Oh, 7.
Okay, well that makes me feel a little bit better because I actually thought it was 8.
Oh man. Well, this has tangent off.
I think people are going to enjoy this. They're just going to.
I've still got the image of your Volvo going down the country lane.
See what normal human beings we are whilst we play on the Antiques Roadshow for
Warhammer.
For Warhammer. I do think at some point I'm going to become a Warhammer antique myself.
I mean, that would suggest you're valuable.
Well, I'm not at the moment, but I might be in the future, is what I'm suggesting.
You know, you can only become valuable if you start becoming decrepit and start falling apart.
I think that start is a bold claim. I think
it takes a team of professional restorers to put you back together.
I don't think that there are restorers with. I don't think they have the capacity.
They don't have the capacity
to rebuild me.
I don't know if they would call them restorers. By that term, doctors.
Doctors, medical professionals.
And not the doctors you get. Not the doctors you get with the NHS. We're talking about you're going.
We're talking
to
about the
clinic.
sort of doctors I can't afford.
Yes.
Because they need to rebuild my.
You know, ones like Dr. Sexy MD.
The fictional TV doctor. Okay, lovely. I thought you were going to talk about like plastic surgeons.
No.
Because I can't afford those.
No, those are the ones that when it comes to my movies, it comes like private doctors, like the fictional TV doctors. They come in wearing the cashmere jumpers and the ties.
Just so everyone at home is aware, in case there's any confusion. Fictional TV doctors are not private doctors. They are actors. So,
Oh,
thanks.
dear. I don't know what's going on.
I don't really know what you're doing today, but we're where we are.
I mean, Scott, if you're watching this one, mate, look what you missed out on.
I'm going to tell him it was a great episode, and I really think he should watch it because I think he'll be nourished by it.
Did yours? Because he told you to watch the old Beastman versus Empire video. Did you actually end up watching it?
I haven't watched it yet.
Well.
I was planning on watching it next weekend, but I feel like something's going on now, which means we can't. Oh no, the weekend after, which is a while away, I know, but because that's the Wargaming show weekend, and I thought I might have some time that weekend, but.
So you're not going to the Wargaming show?
No, I'm not.
You're not even going to where I'm going either.
No, I don't even know where you're going.
To the big game.
Oh yeah, you're going to the big game. Yeah, I couldn't do that either. But I am going to do some stuff for the channel that weekend as part of an ongoing thing that weekend. So I won't give it away because the content will come, and I'm going to spoil it for people.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
No, good, cool. That's the way I like to keep things. But,
Close to the chest.
Yeah. Everyone who's involved knows about it. So
obviously not me then.
you actually do know about it, so that's
Do
the
I?
concern. Yeah. You've organised part of it.
Oh, November!
No. Oh, November! Not in 2 weeks, no.
No.
Everyone's a winner. It's Blood Bowl stuff, there you go.
Oh,
Spoil
okay.
it for everyone. I hope you're happy with yourself.
Maybe. Who knows? Oh, I think I know what you're doing.
So...
Yeah, that was good of me, wasn't it?
Yeah.
People who know me will know that memory is not my greatest forte.
You know, cheese and memory are apparently two...
Oh no, I say memory. Memory
If
for...
you're building a list to counter Max right there, include elements that must involve him remembering or that involve him consuming cheese.
I say memory. My memory for random Warhammer facts is good.
Oh, well, that's all we need.
Yeah. And geographical locations and Canada.
Yeah, I mean, you've shown us your memory for that is less than stellar.
Better than yours.
I mean, that is literally like saying, it's literally like saying a teaspoon made of cheese is probably more effective than a teaspoon made of chocolate. They're both not good.
One is better.
But one is better. I'm so close to doing all of the line highlights on this armour. You have no idea.
Do it. I'm so close to getting 6 pink horrors contrasted up. Here's me going to James before we started doing this video. James, you have a pink dry brush I could use? Because I need to dry brush these pink horrors. Turns out I've only contrasted 6 of them in the space of the time we've been talking.
Yeah. Well, I didn't bring all my paints. I just grabbed what I needed for the dwarves. So I don't have a pink with me, which I was concerned for Max. But I've seen the progress he's making with contrast, and I'm now not so concerned for him.
Better than the progress you've made on your dwarf character.
How dare you?
All I can see is blue, lighter blue, and lighter blue.
Yeah, that's fair. It's actually turquoise, whatever.
I say that, whereas the only colour I've got out of my paint toolbox is a pink.
It's a pink contrast. So I am very interested to see what these... I've seen some really cool videos of people using the contrast for an airbrush, actually.
For an airbrush?
That's been interesting. So...
Will he go for an airbrush?
Yeah, it went through nice. To be honest, it was really heavily stained what it was hitting as well. So it was really good for like a sort of stain effect. So yeah, very interested to see potentially see some more of that used in the future. Oh, I've made an absolute mess there.
I don't even know how long we've been talking at this point.
No, I don't. I just
lost complete
know
track
that
of
I'm not making the best of this.
Made a fool of yourself. What else is in here?
It's not always easiest to get to the feet. Because there's all this beard in the way.
Not the easiest to get to the feet.
It's not. Why are you laughing? That's a legitimate response.
I don't know, it's a phrase I've never heard anyone come up with. It's not always easiest to get to the feet.
It's not. So John, when he was a kid...
So John, when he was a kid...
he used to paint his figures, but he never painted the feet.
Really?
Yeah, they just have like all the figure painted and the figure should be black.
Why?
Spray black and just never paint. You ask him, never paint feet. I don't know why. It's like his teenage years before. Like, it was like late teens before feet started to get included in paint jobs. It seemed to have some sort of vendetta against them. Don't ask me why.
Oh, God.
It was funny though, wasn't it?
Oh, he was supposed to be here as well. I could have asked him today.
Yeah.
Fortunately, John came down with an illness.
Yeah.
A bug, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know, I'm just pleased that he's not here giving it to me because I don't need that in my life. Right?
Oh, dear. It's also quite nice. That means we've got a lot more space for each other.
Yeah.
That's age. Why did I say it like that?
I don't know.
A lot more space for each other now, son.
I just tried to gloss over it, to be honest, but I feel like you've made it really obvious for everyone at home that you can't speak. So,
What was the phrase Max Wordswell?
Max Wordswell. Right, look, we're on the precipice of the Blue Armour, which is the longest part, single part. Everything does still take quite a long time after this, but this is a good amount done. So, we now take the Baharoth Blue. Why are you laughing?
You like Sunday Morning Live? The cooking show?
I don't know what that is. So,
Oh, sorry, Saturday Morning Live, the cooking show.
Saturday Kitchen.
Saturday Kitchen, as
Right, so we've gone from the correct day to not a single part of what you called the show was in fact the name of the show, just so we're clear. Not a single part of it was the actual name of the TV show.
Oh.
I think people tune in now just to see our knowledge of British TV. So far we've hit Antiques Roadshow, Dickinson's Real Deal. You've brought in some American TV with Dr. Sexy. We've now got
SpongeBob SquarePants.
SpongeBob SquarePants, Saturday Kitchen, which was not Sunday Morning Live or whatever you called it.
Oh, Jesus. Do you know what I just thought of the name of? I just thought of the name for this entire episode. It's going to be Antique Warhammer.
Antique Warhammer, I love it.
Like,
So-
can I? Right. So when we go home today, can I? I'm going to take the tripod with us.
Okay.
You're going to drive down the country lane.
No.
And I'm going to film it.
What, with the tripod hanging out the roof?
No. I'll be standing at the other end. 'Cause you know how he's coming down he comes down the road. The big old grandfather clock in the
You
back.
want us to film in the street?
Not a street, the country road.
What, like John Denver?
Yeah. What's going on?
I really hope that somewhere people have paused this video to search for the opening. It's the closing credits, isn't it?
No, because the
opening credits of Antiques Roadshow. I don't even know.
The opening credits is the car coming down the country lane. The closing credits is the car going back up the same country lane the other way with a grandfather clock in the back.
Okay, so that's what you want to.
I don't know what I want anymore. I don't know what I want.
I just want. I want people to Google that so they can see what you're talking about.
People will know what I know about. People will know what I know about.
I feel like Rob Nixon's going to have a
I was
field
literally
day
thinking about it. I was just thinking, I know he's going to be calling
He's
on
going to
this.
have a field day when he sees this.
Oh,
Love it.
My word.
See,
Please.
we know you guys well.
Please talk about something else just to stop me talking. I'd really like a drink as well.
Okay.
No, not like a hard drink. I just want like a glass of water. Or I've got some
Yeah,
lovely.
because this is a family-friendly channel, so water is acceptable. I've just seen a bit of sprue that I've not clipped off properly, and you have no idea how much that makes me angry. So I'm going to have to try and cut it off.
Don't know.
Have you got a knife?
Nope, they're all back home.
Yeah, I'm going to have to cut it off without...
Pair of scissors.
No, I don't need it now. It's just right next to what I've just painted. So when I paint it all and then cut it and slip and ruin my paint job, you're going to hear me cry. But
Good.
fortunately, I won't be with you at the time, so you won't care.
No, I won't be with the time, but you will tell me about it. Of that, I can guarantee.
Yeah, that is fair. All right, yeah, you make a fair point. Look, I'm an oversharer with my friends, clearly.
Oh dear. As we
I
went-
just like when I achieve something to share it with my friends. I thought you cared about me. That's fine. You don't have to.
You never celebrate my achievements. I started dry brushing.
I have celebrated. I haven't highlighted the knee pad.
Game over. It's all done. It's all over.
It is over.
The fortress is
I
lost.
honestly thought I'd done it. Let's just go back, and I was thinking that looks like a really heavy highlight. Why is that looking so bright? Because
it's not been done.
Colours around it. Lovely.
Do you know what? I'm starting to think to myself, maybe we didn't deserve the round of applause at the beginning of this episode.
Well, I think we did. I think people are going to have a really good time watching this. I think they're going to think those guys are idiots, but they're our idiots. Because we are.
Just like a proud parent.
Yeah.
They're idiots. But they're our idiots.
They're our idiots.
And you guys are the real ones.
And that's all that matters. Sorry, I just realised because I'm concentrating, it's suddenly gone really quiet. Okay, those are very thick highlights, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to go in there now and just try and repair those.
See, the way they make hard-boiled sweets
Are you actually for real?
is it's very interesting, to be honest. Makes your mouth water a little bit.
Thanks, Max. I've got nothing today. You have stripped it from me. You've taken away my wit and my
Wit
thoughts.
charm.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just whenever I sit here for a very long period of time painting a single colour, it's just like the thoughts. They start to dry.
We're going to have to paint quite a bit of terrain in here soon. Because next year's GT, more terrain, all coming along. So
Really don't want another repeat of the last time we did that. Because that night was hell.
we were successful, and that's really all I
I
was.
felt disgusting by the end of that day, that weekend.
To be fair, you probably should feel disgusted more often than you do. So,
Why? Why would I feel disgusted myself?
just
I have no shame.
you should for making comments about boiled sweets at Antiques Roadshow.
Boiled sweets and antiques.
I don't have really anything to talk with. But yeah, so there's going to be a bit of a marathon of terrain coming. That only happened originally because we all said we would paint it over time, and then didn't.
Didn't, and then
Just didn't.
And then realised that.
We've got to do this.
Then
in
realised,
like a month's time.
we've got to get this all sorted out.
And then we did it because that's what you have to do.
That's come up to like, what, 2 years ago now?
Yeah, it must be.
Because we did that before the first event in the hall,
Yeah, it must have been.
which would have been 2021.
Mm.
Wow.
Time just goes, doesn't it? So, but we will be doing a whole load of new terrain for the channel very soon. So you'll see some of it when it's done.
When it's ready.
Yeah, I'll hopefully have some new figures for the channel. This being one of them, and another new figure coming very soon as well. Hopefully. Big positives. So that is ready for the glaze. What are you looking at me like that for? Like I've achieved nothing. This is a huge amount of work.
Look what I've achieved!
There's a 4-stage highlight on that.
Look what
on
I've
a
achieved.
blend.
Look what I've done. Look upon my works and despair.
Oh, I do often.
I am Mozzie? I am modern day Ozymandias.
I don't know who that is.
It was an Egyptian pharaoh.
I'm disgusted with myself for not knowing who that was, and I was going to cough, which is why that was really weird sounding.
Yeah, he was the pharaoh that said, "Look upon my works and despair."
Oh, okay, lovely.
Was that Ozymandias? Or was that Ramses? No, that was Ramses, I think.
Ramesses?
Ramses.
I know that one.
Ozymandias was a superhero from Watchmen that quoted it a lot.
Oh, so in a very real sense, he wasn't a pharaoh.
No,
He was
Ramses.
in fact a fictional character.
I can't remember.
So is he a private doctor by any chance?
He's Dr. Sexy MD.
Oh, this has been
I'm clever.
This has been nothing like I expected. I love that you quoted it to be really clever, and I was thinking I can't call him out because I don't know who that is. But then you called yourself out.
Yeah, I
which
did
is
because
even better.
I can't lie about these sort of things. I have to be truthful.
That is that's the chieftain's mantra. I have to be truthful.
Truthful in all things. I may be a lot of things, but a liar is not one of them. A charlatan is not one of them.
Well,
Go on, what you got for that,
I've got nothing.
Mr. Big Man?
What I've got is a glaze over this leg armour, and we're about to get a glaze over the feet, because I do paint feet, John. And
You seem to be obsessing over feet quite a bit, mate.
the feet are really awkward to get to on these dwarves.
Second time you mentioned that.
Yeah, well, it's because you just said I'm obsessing. The reason I'm obsessing is because I work. Right.
Really hard to, get an even shade over the absolute bulk of these pink horrors.
Yes. Look, I'm well chuffed with myself. That is a huge win. That's all the blue armour done.
Bosh.
Bosh, he's ready for the next nightmare colour, which is the gold, which just goes everywhere, and he's on all the edges, and I mustn't slip, otherwise it messes up all that glazing and blending.
We'll get on it then.
No.
I don't even know how long we've been doing this.
No, I'm not getting on it. I'm stopping, and I am putting an end to this farce.
How dare you? It's not been a farce. This has been absolutely wonderful.
So thank you for joining us on Antique Warhammer. I hope you're all still taking our content very seriously.
Do not send the men in white coats.
No, we're fine. This is just positive times for us. So yeah, thanks for joining us. We've had a great time. Even without a guest, I think we've made it our own. Make sure you head down to the Selwig show, which was in Edmonton, did I say?
Yes.
On the 15th and 16th?
Yes. 14th.
14th and 15th,
14th,
apologies,
15th.
of October, where you can check out John and Scott doing some really cool Warhammer stuff there.
And if you are in
Ontario,
Canada, go down to Val's. What was it called?
the Square-based GT.
Square-based GT. Mini War Game Studios. Go visit them. Go support his events because he's been on for a very long time. He's going on trying to get an event together. And he's getting it together, so it's quite nice.
Yeah.
That he's got the skills to do it.
Yeah, exactly. And I will reply to you on social media-based platforms in the coming days. Apologies for the slowness of my replies. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed it as much as me and Max have. We've had a riot today. And we'll see you in 4 weeks' time to do it all over again.
And we'll see what kind of car crash you can make it that time around.
Absolutely fine. Make sure you head back to Night Around Mustering Ground, where you can check out all of the other exclusive content that we've got for our to channel my inner chieftain for our 350 plus videos that are now available on our website.
You jogged me and you made my pink contrast go on the white base. How dare you? You jogged me there. He said this requires precision and skill.
Okay. Yeah, see you soon. Bye, guys. Remember to tag your friends and like, subscribe and share. Then head over to triplecrownwargaming.com and become a Knight of the Realm today. What are you doing, mate?
Are you alright?
Do it for Warhammer!